Sean, take the stage, my friend.
Thank you. Where do I start? Look, from a career perspective, I was in media since about 1990, in television to start with, which I just loved. Would have worked there for free. And then after 14 years, I made a change and moved into radio, which was a lot of fun, operating 21 radio stations around Queensland, and then eventually moving to Brisbane to kick off Nova 106.9, which was lots of fun as well. Following that, I went and ran News Corporation in Queensland for a few years, and with the changing nature of news, etc., that role was made redundant in the end, and I became self-employed. So that was on a Friday, and I started on the Monday. I've never looked back. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. From a personal viewpoint, I'm a mad foodie. I love food. My mum was actually born in a concentration camp in Germany, and when the war finished, they were all sent to Poland, and then the men were sent to Australia to build homes, etc. So I was gifted to grow up with my nana, cooking around a wood-fired stove. Everything that we ate, she grew, and anything that she didn't grow, so dairy or meat, she'd swap for the veggies. But all my kids have also taken on the love of cooking as well. So it's pretty much every night we're sharing photos. What are you cooking tonight? Here, how did you cook that? Tell me about this. Was it a bit salty? Or they'll ring me and say, Dad, what would you do in this? So it's not, food to me isn't just sustenance, it's life. Mm-hmm. And it really sits in my heart. And it's a big, big part of our family. I'm blessed with a beautiful family, and blessed to be here today as well.
Absolutely amazing.
So Sean, tell us a bit about your story and your life. And
one of the similarities I could share is, particularly with Dylan, is just a period of life change that I experienced about 7 or 8 years ago. I got divorced, and before that I'd worked in corporate for pretty much most of my life, and with 5 kids, a property that needed a lot of work, time wasn't on my side, and I certainly didn't have a lot of time for me. Yeah, there's some regrets in that, some regrets that I didn't have enough time with the kiddies. Having said that, we're close, and we talk every day, and we share food stories and what have you every day. So in the last 5 or 6 years, I've just experimented with new things. I do yoga, Pilates, including in that is breathwork, Wim Hof course. Yeah. I've tried ayahuasca.
Oh yes.
And when you speak about loss, I'd actually carried, my mum passed away in 2003 with a really bad cancer called IBC. It was it's really, really rare. And she'd had it for almost 10 years, and finally it took her, and I carried a lot of grief, a lot of grief. In fact, when I moved to Brisbane, I didn't really know anybody, but then I was approached by the Queensland Institute of Medical Research to help them with a fundraiser to get some patients on a cancer trial. So I got a table of people together, and it certainly wasn't me, it was the people that participated. I said, look, I can't afford to fund all of these patients, but together we can. Long story short, we went beyond the 17. We raised $417,000 that day over lunch. And it was named in favour of my mum, so there was tears coming down. And I only bring that up because of the grief. It was only 2 years after she'd passed that I'd moved here and we'd done the lunch. Fast forward, this is only 2 years ago. I'd carried so much grief around for so long. I went to the ayahuasca session and took the medicine, and I actually thought to start with maybe I'd been ripped off because nothing happened. But then all of a sudden I was in this utopian world. I was like on a soundstage that was just the purest black you could imagine, with the most vibrant colours you could possibly imagine as well. And the happiness and love that I felt was just absolutely incredible. And then I heard in my left ear this little whisper, and it was an angel, and it was my mum. And she said to me, you've been carrying this grief forever, let go. And never had 2 people been closer than she and I. And then there was a second angel that I heard as well, and I couldn't quite make it out, and it was quite annoying. The guy next to me was snoring, and I said, shh, I've got a couple of angels over here, I'm trying to talk to them. So, but that day I could just let go and relax, and I had some relief. And so it was just such a beautiful moment. And I walked away with just a lot of love from that. So, yeah, that feeling of grief. Everyone's got their own story.